Hi, I'm Jerry Drager, Drager's International Classic Sales in Burlington, Washington. We're here at Drager's Clubhouse, and I want to show you this vehicle. This 1948 Buick Super here, it's got some history with it. It came out of Ohio. It was bought here by Jose, and he had it. I don't know how long Jose had it all told, maybe 10 years or something like that. I forget it, but he had it for a while. And I got to tell you, it's a neat car. This thing runs and drives great. And the interior, I think, is all original in it and stuff. And I think it's probably actual miles on this car, like 98 or whatever it says on the speedo, but not positive about that. So I'd always sell it as unknown mileage. But you can see it looks good. It's got some spots in it in places. You can see the front end here all looks good. The chrome on here, I think this might have got all redone. Before I bought it, he had it all serviced and safety checked and down in Renton, and they did a good job on it. It runs really good. And I'm going to show you, it's got some chips and some spots in it. Just like there's a little chip in the paint right there. You can see. And there we got, you quit doing that. She's licking on me. And you see right here, it's got some spots here in the paint in a few places. So it's not perfect. I thought about working on it, but getting them out, but I didn't want to spend 20 grand on getting it repainted because the paint's really good on the thing, other than a few little spots. As you can see on this, the wood looks all good. And the vinyl top on here, it really looks good. Jose may have replaced this on there. And you can see in there, it's got an electric fuel pump on it. And it starts right up and runs good. It started right up for you when you moved it?
Yeah, I had to wait for the fuel pump to get the fuel up, but it's been a while since I started, but it always fires right off.
Okay. And you can see on these doors, they close good.
They're all like that too. They don't sag at all.
No, I know, they're got it nice. So you can see in here, here's the back seat. It looks all good. I'm not positive, but I think that might be original interior in it. I never know for sure sometimes. And again, you can see the wood on the door panel there and stuff and all this. It all looks good. I mean, I don't think there's any rust in this
Not that
at
I
all.
recall.
Now here's the door. I could have held it open a little better. Your gas filler's right here, nothing fancy there, even got a cobweb. So anyway, got these little marker lights on here. And of course you got it's got backup lights too, it looks like, huh?
And I don't know if they work or not. We'll have to
We'll check that out, make sure to find out. So you can open this up. That catches that way. And you reach in here, we got these levers right here. You undo.
Oh, pull the wrong direction. Oops.
The wrong direction?
I pulled it the wrong way.
There we go. And these taillights, you gotta flip them up. That way you can run with the taillights down, just like you see it there. So it's got some neat features. This here, I guess this lifts up. Oh, I got snaps in there. Anyway, there was a tag there. So there's a spare tire. There's a manual. It's got a manual in here. I don't even know if we've even looked at anything. Oh, there we go. 48 Buick Super Wagon.
Oh, yeah, I've not seen any of that stuff.
So look at there. You can see it was restored at some point in time. This is all fresh wood. I don't think I've ever seen this. I never looked in here, I guess. Now we're getting ready to get it ready to sell. We're finding things. So anyway, it's got a few things in here that come with the car. So anyway, anything giant there. 48 Buick. This must be the guy back in Ohio that owned it. Yes, he's got two of them. So anyway, There's a shop manual goes with it. The jack is right there. So I should have used this little tab right here to lift it up. I didn't see it. Oh, this means you just lift this thing up, drop it down, and you're down. Got to put these lights down when you're going to drive it. So, and I think right here, there we go. It was open. So I don't know how you'd ever get the spare tire out of there with this guard on here. So I would tell you that this has been added to it. It might have been put on there when it was new even. And there's a dent right there. So it's got a few little spots in it, but again, the wood looks really good on it. It's got wide whites. They're not real wide, but they're wide whites. And it got the stock wheels on there. And again, this door, you can see in there, it has seat belts. You got seat belts here in the back and seat belts up front too. Did you show them the wood in there?
No, I did not. Yeah, that all looks good too.
Yeah. I mean, these are neat cars. I've had a few Woodies over the years. I think the oldest I had was a 39. And this side here, it's the same way. You can see all the carpets are all good in there. It's even got a tissue dispenser right there, it looks like. Got a compass. I mean, it was set up to drive down the road ways. All closed good. And I think there's a couple more spots up here. There's a spot right in here you can see. There's another spot there. There's a couple of little stuff right there. But overall, I think you'll find it's a really solid car, and you'll enjoy driving it. Okay, we're gonna start it up for you. And you can see it just starts up every time just fine. There's the park lights, the headlights, high beam, low beam, turn signals. There's the right side. Now we got fog lights on here. We couldn't figure out the switching for it, so we don't know if they even work anywhere along the line, but there's wiring going to it. So wipers?
Wipers.
The wipers work. And the horn honks. Does it even have a radio in it? Andrew, does it have a radio in it?
Oh, I don't think it does. All the controls are here, but there's nothing behind them. There's no resistance at all. The knobs turn, everything.
I can't hear him,
there.
so I don't know what he's saying, but you can hear him. So anyway, we can't get the radio to work. We're going to show you the lights working here on the rear. And you can see it starts right up. Look at there, that's reverse lights. See there, he backed up a little bit, took it out of reverse. There's the brake lights, turn signals, and tail lights. There's the tail lights, so it all works good. So we're going to open the hood here. See there's a handle right there. You can lift it up, and then there's a lever right there to put it up, and you can hold it. Now the neat thing about this car, you can lift up the other side, or you can take the hood off by pulling the lever on the other side. It's the exact same thing on both sides. So you can see this has got the Buick Fireball 8 in here. Start it up for them so they can hear it run. Anyway, you can just see this all looks good. There's a fan down there for the old style cruising fan. Look at there. Lifter's there, but I think it'll quiet down after just a little bit. You can just tell this thing just runs really well. There's some identification for you right there. Just to show you, for example, this here lifts this side up. Now you can see this side of the engine. You got to put that piece in there. But as you can see, you can take the hood off. Just two people, one on each side, and lift it right off.
Walk under this Woodie wagon and show you the condition of the underside. I'm very impressed how solid it is under here. It's not show. You know, I don't think this car has ever been restored per se, but it's had some updates. You can see it's got a new gas tank under here, and I don't know how recent that is, but it looks pretty fresh. It's got a electric fuel pump right there. All four tires are all in good shape, lots of rubber on them. But the thing that impresses me is I just don't see any corrosion anywhere under here. I mean, I can show you every little bit of this, and I don't see any spots that look questionable. I mean, up in the fenders all look good. It's, you know, it's hard to say what's original on this thing, but I wouldn't doubt if a lot of it is, because you know, these Woodie wagons probably didn't get driven a ton. But look at that, that's all the sheet metal's in good shape. I don't see any patches anywhere. And here, you know, it's not super clean and detailed. You can see how grody the rear end is. I mean, it's not perfect under here, but it's very solid. And when I first looked at this frame, I was thinking daylight through it, but I think that's all just undercoat. It looked like there were little pinholes all through here, but I was just catching my eye, kind of funny. But it's all very, very solid. You can see the frame's all straight. I mean, there's probably some spots where it got hit from the bottom side, so it's a little dense, but nothing where it's creased or anything major. So, you know, over the years they hit stuff on the bottom side, might just bottom out a little bit, but it doesn't look like this thing's ever been damaged anywhere. And you can see it's not super detailed under here, but I can't show you any corrosion anywhere because I haven't found any. There's a heater under the front seat. You can see it's got some, I think that's just all old undercoat that just got grease and grime over the years. It's just really heavy built up, but you know, we're not going to take the time to clean that all off. I mean, I don't think you'd want to do it anyway because it's protecting it all from elements anyway. But you know, if you wanted a show rig, that's what you do. You'd spend a few days just scraping and cleaning and wire brushing and getting all that stuff off. But I don't know why you would. I mean, that looks like all original undercoat to me. Anyway, very, very solid car. Here we get up to the front end of the straight 8. There's an oil pan for that, and there's a 3-speed. There's just not much I can show you because I don't see any rot anywhere. I mean, even on this driver's side, there's the rocker panels all look good. I mean, there's no pinholes or any of that stuff. It's all solid. This muffler has seen better days, but it's still quiet. You know, it doesn't make any noise. No need to replace it because it's still quiet. It's not sputtering or anything. I'm gonna get up front here and see the front end. It's kind of grody up here, and it's, you know, some grease buildup over the years. It's not show, but it's clean. And one thing I've never noticed before is these front fenders wrap down underneath the bumper. I've never seen that on a GM car, but maybe that's something that they did in the 30s. I just haven't seen, or excuse me, the 40s. Seen them or paid much attention to them, but anyway, that's kind of different from what I'm used to seeing. The fender just keeps wrapping down around. But you can see all the chrome's in good shape. Could have cleaned down a little bit better. I think all that stuff clean right off, but the bumpers are all straight. It's a good solid Woodie station wagon. Another perspective, just walking back. See the floor pans a little bit better.
So we're going to do a cold start with this side up, and you can see we have a voltmeter right here. So turn on the key and stuff. Let's see if this voltmeter works or does anything. Nothing. So anyway, I just want people to know that It's cold. It's cold. There's the exhaust pipe right there. I mean, we had it running yesterday, so it's been off for a day. We got, I don't know if we got one or both of those fans down there working. Oh, is that them running now too? So one of them is running, or both of them are running. I think both of them are running. They're both running. So he's got both of those working. We could not get the fog lights up front here to work. We haven't figured that one out yet. Anyway, go ahead and start it. You can see it starts every time just like that. It always starts good. We're going to take it down the road so you can get to see it down the freeway. So here comes the Buick out. Look at that. It's a nice car. Not perfect, but it sure runs and drives good. We're going to take the Buick down the road. Car in here. I like the clock here, which doesn't work, but it says Buick and it's got fast and slow on there. So it's got that. Look at this fancy radio it has here. It doesn't work. We don't know if it'll work. We haven't figured it. We just figure it doesn't work. The red light there, that's the electric fuel pump. You see the speedo right there? It's showing what, 50?
We're at 50. We're doing 48 on the GPS.
Now and 48 on that right there, so it's real close. Anyway, it's a neat old car. Got a compass right there, and of course that's for signal light, so you can see the signal light when you're up close to it. There's the glove box. Nothing fancy in there. Oh, and it's doesn't have any. I'm not sure how it works. I'm thinking that that's a Kleenex box holder is what I think it is. But what do I know? This is a wiper for the wiper motors, and they work. Look at the guy giving you the high side. Or a thumbs up, I should say. We're going to go up across I-5 here and then go south so you can see it going down the freeway. It's a good driving car. It kind of feels like it's floating. You know, it's got the big wheels on it and all the big tires on it, and it's a big car actually. Now this has got overdrive too, doesn't it?
I don't know that it does. I don't know overdrive switches. I think this is for the air horn here.
Is that for the air horn?
Yeah, but I don't know how to actuate it. This doesn't do anything.
So how are we doing speed-wise? We're doing what on the speedo?
60. We're doing 55 on the GPS.
So we're doing 56 here, a little over 60 up there on the speedometer. They did not have 70-mile-an-hour speed limits back in the 48 era. This is 60 was as probably fast as they had. Gas gauge is setting a little over a half. And the gauges over there are doing about whatever they're doing.
Yeah, the battery temp gauge is up a little bit. Just off cold, so it hasn't even gotten warm yet.
How's the brakes on this?
That stops fine.
Oh yeah, look at that. It stops really good. Now this doesn't have power brakes either, does it?
No. I could have stepped on it a lot harder too. I just
You
didn't want to stop real hard.
There he is. He's going to race around this corner.
Feels pretty good.
Felt pretty good. This thing lugged right down. That straight 8 engine's got a lot of torque. So do we know what this gauge is right here?
That's the amp gauge, it looks like, or voltage gauge.
But it doesn't do anything.
No, I haven't seen it do anything.
Great. Oh, the anyway, the radio doesn't work. We're not even sure if there's a radio in behind the grill. We're going to make a couple of passes here so you can see how...
Oops, sorry, hit the brakes a little harder.
Okay. So here it comes. Just give you an idea how well it tracks down the road. You can see her there coming in here. Looks good. This is a classy car. That's Super right there. This is a nice car. You're not going to see a patch of rubber here. That car wasn't made to leave a patch of rubber. Well, we're back from doing the freeway, and we're going to put her inside. You can see the turn signal working right there. I mean, it's really a good looking car. There he comes back. Isn't this a classic car? And it's a Woodie. Does it get any better than that? Call us 206-533-9600.